always one recipe that you have that in a pinch, it's sort of your go-to recipe. And this must have been my mom's recipe. Now, I don't remember having this a lot, but I remember seeing it being cooked a lot. So it must have been her recipe that when she needed to take something somewhere, this is what she took. So we're going to start with melting 2/3 of a cup of butter and some brown sugar. And since it called for, I believe 16 ounces would probably be about 2 cups of packed brown sugar. So you could do this, or you could just buy it in the 16-ounce package. And, whoop, 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 whoop. And there you don't have to measure it and all that. We'll just put that in there. We'll let that melt up. So we've got, in our blonde brownies, we've got the brown sugar and the butter. And here I've got the flour, baking soda, and salt. And we need some eggs. I need 3 eggs for that. I think we'll turn this up just a little bit. Now this is one of those tricky things, whereas you want to melt the butter and the brown sugar, but you don't want to get it too hot, because you'll melt the chips when you put those in. So we don't want this boiling, we just want it kind of melted.
You microwave the butter first?
That's not the way my mom did it. We did it like this. You know, I don't know. I don't know why you would want to do that if you have to put it, you know, you're going to have to put it in the brown sugar anyway, so this is probably the best way to do it. And it probably would have been good if you put the butter in first and then put, you know, melted that and then put the brown sugar in, but for our time restraints, we just did it this way. All right, I think we will go ahead and I've got just a couple of clumps of butter here, but I think we've got everything else kind of smooth and nice. We'll take that off and let that cool just a couple seconds. This is looking good. We're going to put our eggs in here. And we're going to put 3 eggs in, but we're going to just kind of stir it up after each one. And again, you don't want this, you know, you wouldn't just take this right off the heat and throw the eggs in, because you have, what, scrambled eggs with brown sugar and butter, which may not necessarily be a bad thing, but, you know. Okay, that's 2. And this is a nice recipe that makes a lot, because instead of putting it in a 9 by 13 pan, you put it in a 15 by 10, which is a jelly roll pan. So if you've got to make something for school the next day, if the kids are like, oh, I forgot, I need to bring in brownies tomorrow. Okay. Now I think I'm going to, if everybody can still see, I'm going to just move this over here so I can reach it a little better. Can you still see? No. No, you can't. Okay, we'll go over here. Now? Can you see me now? All right, move all this out of the way. All right, and here's our 1 2/3 cup of flour, our baking powder, and our salt. I'm going to stir that in. And this is kind of a neat little recipe too, because we've only dirtied 1 pot. Well, in a bowl, but at home I wouldn't use a bowl. I put it on a paper plate. Okay, now right, that looks good. Now, okay, I think it's cool enough. We'll see. To put in the chocolate chips. And use about a cup of chocolate chips. This is always the tricky part. Because if it's not cool enough, the chips are going to melt. Oh. Okay, we'll accurately measure that. All right. Well, I think I did it. Okay. Get it in the pan. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't spray the pan. I melted a couple of this is one of my baking pans, not mine, because it belongs here, but nope, see, I didn't quite do that. So we're just going to smooth it out very carefully. This could have been cooled a little bit longer, and then the marshmallows. Chocolate chips wouldn't melt. Just don't tell my mom I did that. Oh, what the heck. Okay. That's all right. It's still good. It's still good. And these now will be, instead of blonde, they're going to be marble. Because we'll just marble them all. And they'll taste the same. See, nothing in cooking is a...
You could put blonde or marble.
There you go. Okay, now it's marble. And we're going to get these in the oven. And then, right there. So.